Hello and welcome back. Now we have already reached the end of this course, and we will do a quick recap of what we have learned over the last 4 weeks. As you might remember, we started with this, where we discussed the different spheres on our planet. During the last weeks, we studied how we can measure parameters of the geosphere or solid Earth, atmosphere and biosphere. And we have learned about how the Earth is built up in its interior and saw that what we often call solid Earth is in fact not really static, but consists of areas which are either liquid or has plates which float on those liquids. We have seen that earthquakes and other seismic sources allow us to screen the interior of the Earth without the need to dig into the crust. We have also learned about gravity and gravimetric measurements, and we saw that the way masses attract each other gives us valuable insights about what is buried deep inside the Earth. We took a long journey and studied different space genetic techniques which enable us to monitor our planet and provide us with reference frames that form the base of all data which needs georeferencing. We also studied the atmosphere and we learned how it is structured and what we need to consider when we talk about this environment. We had a look at different sensors on the ground, in the atmosphere and high above. We have learned that spectroscopy is a very powerful tool for studying the atmosphere, and we saw that in many cases passive sensors are the preferable choice. In particular, when it comes to the observation of regions in the atmosphere which are quite far away from the surface of the Earth, or when the environment is quite unfriendly. Like in the case of volcanoes, where we can't send in a probe without the high risk of losing it. You have also learned about orbits and you saw which gases can be traced with ground and satellite-based sensors. We also studied how we sense the Earth green lung, the biosphere, and learned about biodiversity, biomass and carbon cycle. We talked about the important role of forests and we learned how we can measure biomass with ground-based sensors. We learned that ground-based data collection would never catch up with the large volume of biomass. This led over to a discussion about airborne sensors, which enable us to gather data over much larger areas in less time. Satellites then completed the list of biosphere sensors or instruments. We saw that each sensor has its advantages and drawbacks. Therefore, only a combination of different sensors gives us a better picture about the Earth in order to understand, monitor and even predict global change and its impact on us humans. But let's come back to this slide. Previously, we marked the spheres which we have dealt with in this course. As you can see, we have not covered the hydrosphere and the cryosphere, and we have also skipped the interaction between the different spheres. In this 4-week course, we did not deal with these topics, but we have another course, Sensing Planet Earth, Water and Ice, that covers those spheres and builds upon the tools and sensors discussed here. Thanks for following us, Sensing Planet Earth, from core to outer space. We would be happy if you enjoyed this course and we strongly recommend you to sign up for Sensing Planet Earth, Water and Ice in order to complement your understanding of how we measure our planet. See you!